Friends, this is Blue Hill Falls. On a flood tide, it builds a standing wave that sea kayakers come from all over to surf. It's also handed me my ass more than once. A few winters ago, I came here several times to start finding my footing in a place like this. However, the noise, the chaos, the challenge of paddling this place all got the better of me. So I set a goal at the start of this season to change that. Today, I'm putting in the time, I'm doing the work, and I'm taking you along with me. And we're gonna find out how far I can build my skills today here in Blue Hill Falls. So what are the falls? Well, this is a constriction, and we have a few of these here in Maine, where the tide is trying to push in, but it can't get in fast enough. So it starts to stack up, and it creates a river on the ocean, and that river creates standing waves that we can play on. So type 2 fun. These are very difficult environments to paddle, at least for me. There is a lot going on. The water is doing any number of things. Today, I'm lucky to be joined by a friend, Todd, and Todd is an exceptional paddler. He makes places like this look easy and fun. It's a place that I want to get to in my paddling, and Todd is a great example of that. I mentioned in the intro, I set a goal this year to get better at a place like this. And honestly, I set the same goal last year and didn't do it. And there are a few reasons. And they sound like excuses, but I think the first one is it's just a lot to put yourself into this. It's a lot of noise and chaos and psychological stress, let alone the challenge of maneuvering your boat and paddling your boat in an environment like this. It's a tough area to learn in, particularly if you don't do it very much. So I set the goal 2 years ago, didn't come once last summer. I set the goal again this year, and I've been slowly watching the summer kind of cruise by and thinking, am I actually going to do that? I'm not really sure what success is going to look like today. I think I have it in my mind that successful day here is riding that wave beautifully, but the reality is I have a lot of skills to build up to get to that point, as well as a lot of confidence to build in this type of environment. But it's a nice warm day. If you can't tell, I'm sweating bullets. I'm in the shade here, but still sweating. It's a nice warm day, so swimming's going to feel great. I'm feeling excited about getting out there and being playful, and I'm excited to paddle with Todd today. So a lot of conditions are coming together to hopefully make this a bit of a playground today. It was a long, hot holiday weekend, and it was no surprise that the falls were a busy spot. Paddlers from Canada came down, a surfer showed up, someone with a paddleboard popped into the falls, new faces I hadn't met yet. It was great energy. The kind of day where a place like this just comes alive, and the joy and love of a place like this is just apparent in everybody's faces. My first ride of the day kind of felt like I was blowing the cobwebs off. The nerves and the jitters were in the back of my mind, but the flow was still pretty low, so consequences were pretty manageable. Getting on that wave, even for a few seconds, reminded me of why I keep coming back to a place like this. Unfortunately, I got pushed a little too far to the wave's right and couldn't correct it and got pushed out to the other side. Not a disaster, but not exactly what I was looking for. The information I'd taken to the next ride was fight a little bit harder to stay on the wave's left-hand side. I made my way back in line, caught my breath, and reflected on how that ride went. What did I want to change? What worked? What didn't work? What am I going to do differently next time? That loop of doing a thing, reflecting on how it went, and trying it again, that's the whole practice right there. Still early on in the day, I had a great ride. This one felt different. It felt relaxed. It felt in control. I noticed that once I got on the wave, I wasn't making many paddle strokes, and that was intentional. That was a goal of mine today. There is a huge difference for me when I'm paddling to meet my fear versus when I'm paddling to actually meet the water. Whenever I can do the second one, things all start to work out for me. After that fun ride, the day just settled in. Catching the wave, riding it, back in line, watching others. filming myself on the wave is actually really difficult. I got more footage of other paddlers than I think I was able to get of myself. Nonetheless, I had some great rides, like this one. The water wasn't at max flood yet, so at least with my skill set, I could still catch the wave and play with it a bit. This is what I was looking for in the day. Watching other paddlers, enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the friendship, and not aiming for mastery, just showing up and doing it again and again.
Place is busy. We got some friends from Canada here, and then someone's coming down with a surfboard, so this is a party place. So far I'm doing okay. It's exhausting. I probably had 6 or 7 runs, and I'm noticing I'm getting really tired. And I also noticed just the water's getting really fast, picking up speed and getting a lot harder for me to actually catch the wave. But I'm still having a blast, and I'm going to try to catch it a few more times before I'm completely wiped out today.
All day long, I'd been watching Todd and other paddlers take advantage of this jet ferry, the trough in the wave at the eddy's edge, where you can get into it, you can get a nice, easy ride out onto the wave. So I thought I'd give it a go. Had good speed, but my angle was off, and I just got pushed right downstream and off the wave and back into the wave train. Time to hold on for a little bit, get out of this, and then get back in the eddy so I can try it again. Catching your breath in the eddy is also a great time to watch other paddlers and what they're doing. Start to pick up different tips and tricks and things that they're trying that you're going to try the next time you're out there. By this point in the day, the speed of the flood had really picked up, and my exhaustion was getting the better of me. I kept finding it harder and harder to not only catch the wave, but to stay on it.
I am wiped out. I can't piece anything together here.
Thinking that was my last run, I returned to the eddy line and just continued to chat with friends, watching others catch the wave or try to catch the wave, and thinking, I got to get back out there and give it another go. It is so addicting, friends. I probably told myself another 3 times that, okay, this is going to be my last run. In this attempt, with the flood really ripping, I thought I entered the flow really well. I caught the wave just at the right moment, and then everything just started to get real intense for me. I saved the capsize with a low brace, and I'm rewarded with a ride back into the wave train. I probably should have been going faster on the wave than I actually was. There are 3 things going through my head right now. 1, I thought I was going to stick that ride. 2, don't capsize in the wave train. And 3, do I have the energy to try that again? I'm happy to report no capsize in the wave train, and I came to the conclusion that I did not have the energy to try that again. And I am okay with that. I know for me at this point, things are only going to get messier, not cleaner. This is the time for me to stop on a high note.
What an absolute blast of a day. It was nice to meet new paddlers. There was a group from Canada that were lovely. They came down from Nova Scotia to play in the falls. And then there was a surfer who came. And then I met Billy from Mad Yacker, another YouTube channel content creator here. He was on a paddleboard and whitewater boat. So great day, a lot of people cheering you on, and a lot of support to go out and just kind of try something again. And look, like I get it, it's not everybody's type of paddling. It is definitely type 2 fun. And there's some of you watching this episode saying, no way. And I get it, totally cool. But it is something I really enjoy doing and something I want to continue to get better at. So I came in with the question of how far am I going to get today in my skill building? And I got farther than I thought, actually. I didn't expect to be able to do too much with the wave. And early on, particularly when the flow was a little bit lower, I had some really fun rides. I also had some time to try some things. The water hit a point where it got a bit fast for me, and I was just fighting it and wasn't really able to play as much. The other thing that happens out here, friends, is you just get exhausted. After 8 or 9 or 10 runs, you're just wiped out. And I noticed that when I'm exhausted and the flow is really up, like bad decisions happen. And I was sort of coming to that point. And then you get off the water and you looking back down before you drive away, or as you're filming your conclusion to YouTube, and the wave looks beautiful again. So maybe I just need to get off the water for like an hour in the middle of the tide and have lunch. I really felt my nervous system just relax a whole lot today. The warm weather, the confidence, the skill building, all just made me feel like I'm leaving today with more positive in me, in my nervous system, than like, oh, I wish I tried that, or I didn't really push that hard, or that was super scary. That all feels really manageable today. And that was one of the things I was trying to do when I came out here. It's still hard catching that wave, particularly when the flow's going, and this isn't even a max flood day. And it's really hard. And it got a lot to work up to. There's so many things. And the paddlers we were with today looked amazing. There were some exceptional paddlers who make this look effortless and easy. And I want to be one of those paddlers, and I just need time to get there. So did I master Blue Hill Falls? No. Did I expect to master Blue Hill Falls? No. Do I feel awesome here right now? Yeah. And am I ready to come back? Heck yeah. So friends, I hope you enjoyed seeing my journey in this environment today and sort of my trajectory as a kayaker, building these skills up and building into the type of paddler that I want to be. I would love for you to leave your comments. Is this something that interests you? Is it something that doesn't interest you? Are you looking at this saying, no way, bro? Or are you looking at this saying, yeah, sign me up? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts there. All right, friends. Well, I hope you enjoy your adventures, whatever they are. And until next time, safe paddling. Bye for now.